Hey Michael. Yeah, nice job. This is really creative and looking really fun so far. I still love the chip. I just wish I could see it a little bit more. So, yeah, you're off to a great start. Your images look really good. And, for the next couple weeks, we're going to be moving stuff around and adding a background and text. I mean, overall, you might want to make it, when we start adding more stuff, a little bit smaller. And one way to easily organize the layers is if you select them all like this, and then you put them in a folder. Let me see, I'll show you where that is under here. You probably can't see it. And then you select the folder, and then it's going to put them all in one folder. So if you wanted to do something like size it, you can size the whole how it does this sometimes. And then you can size the whole thing. And if you hold the shift key down with the control or command T, it constrains it. Oh, I guess I missed a couple little bits in there. Oh, maybe not. So yeah, that's just, and then you can move it too. So it's pretty easy to move like that. So at this point, I would suggest moving some stuff. And again, if you want to just do the head, you can put that in a subfolder. There's so many things you can do with it. And you can name the layers something that means, that's meaningful. And that really does help too. Because when you start to get into doing these big Photoshop projects, you end up with, like 20, 30 layers, 40 layers. So it's good to start to think about getting organized. So a few things that I'm just going to show you. I show you guys a little bit different stuff every week. You might want to give them a little bit more personality on the legs. Let's see what we have here. Oh, there's that. It's a little bit hard to see. Let's see, where's the... I was just thinking of moving something. It's just... where is it? Oh, here it is. I finally found it. So, I mean, you can do stuff like, rotate this a little bit too, just to... Oh, come on, where are we? There we are. Is that the right one? Yes. I like how you're already naming these layers too. Something like, just to think about giving it personality. So let's say that you wanted to, I don't know, make them look like it's stepping or something. You could start to think of, just moving things around. I mean, that would mean cutting off this part here. Let me see. I'm sorry that I'm like messing with your thing, but anyway, you can kind of get the idea of what it looks like. And I'm not saying this looks great or anything, but just to give you some ideas of the different things that you can really start to move stuff around. You can even move this whole leg a little bit. Is that one right there? If you wanted to, there's just a lot of different ways to to really get some more personality into it. Another thing that you could think of doing too is, we're going to go over this later, is if you do some different adjustments on some of the the layers, they really will stand out more. Let me find your licorice. Is that it? So yeah, if you're on this layer and you do something that's called a levels, which is down here, this is an adjustment so it doesn't harm the pixels. You're going to get this little thing that comes up here. And then I hate the way this moves around like this. So then you just move these sliders, and notice now just look at the red licorice, because I'm going to clip it just like we did in the earlier assignment. So if you just look at the red licorice, see how it's starting to come out a little bit more? And again, this is not doing this is non-destructive editing. I'll show you how to make it look really bright too. So then let's say you have it like this, and then you just go back and clip the layer so it just clips to that one layer, right? So I'm going to say create clipping mask. Oh geez, just a second. Okay, now you can kind of see, and and then you can turn it off to see what the difference is. So now it looks pretty dark, but then when you do the levels, it does make it come out a little bit. So again, and again, you can do this to other things, like some of these other areas. So the main suggestion really I have is to continue really moving things around. You know, he's very, very head on right now. So you might want to just, you know, when I showed you some of that stuff last week, you might want to think about how you can, you know, go, you know, make something go to, you know, make it look like it's a little bit more 2-point perspective. So you have a little bit of a side view. And then again, the front features would be bigger. And then what that really does is it makes it look like it has more depth. One thing that would really help is if you added a little bit of something around the edge of the chip, so it would look like, so it looks like it's not as flat. I know that it is flat. Let me see. I think I did a search for just a second. I just looked at doing a search to see what they, you know, what chips look like, you know, what the sides look like. And they just usually have a little bit of a kind of a, you can see here, you can't really, well, this one's kind of separated. I don't know if you can see that, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But if you go in there and just make it look like it's a little bit thicker, I think then it'll really have a little bit more depth. And again, I don't really like what I did with this lollipop thing. Where is it? But again, I would just continue moving stuff around and adding and subtracting. I mean, you can do a levels with this too. And, you know, maybe move this around too. Maybe make, if you want this part to look like it's coming forward, make the whole thing bigger, and then it's going to look like it's closer. So yeah, that's my main suggestion. I mean, you're really off to a good start. I would just really think about how to make this really come to life in terms of not looking just so head on. This is super cool too. You know, you could even repeat some other elements too. I like how the licorice is playing the licorice, but you could also have, you know, a lollipop could be here. Another piece of candy could be here. I mean, even if you look at this, I mean, if you take it, it kind of ends up, it kind of looks like a guitar. And I'm not saying to do this. I just always try to give people ideas with, you know, that's kind of what I think my role is here, to just, you know, just to guide you. I hope you don't get upset that I'm messing with your thing. But again, you know, it kind of even looks more kind of like a guitar. Or I'm not saying to use something like this. You could get a different kind of a lollipop. What about a Tootsie Roll? Or, you know, a different one, even like those sea suckers. And I think that, you know, there's so many different things you can do. And again, you know, if you look at, there's that one. Let's drag this one down under the levels too to see what it does when it's under that. Oops, no, never mind. Whoops. I don't know. Photoshop is acting really finicky for me today, and it doesn't. My computer's been really not doing very good lately. Okay, so I was just trying to see what that lollipop would look like with the levels too on it, because you can really see how it really does bring out more details, and there's other adjustments too. So just look at this thing too, and then I'll just clip this again, so it's just on this one thing. So anyway, I hope this was useful. Let me know if you have any questions. I think you're off to a really great start. He's already got quite a great personality. Just keep pushing it and keep working on it. And you can also change the sizes of some of this stuff. It doesn't all have to be to scale. Okay, so anyway, nice job. See you in, wow, we're already in week 4.